Right, we've had 4 weeks of the regular season now. We're pretty much halfway through. Let's move on with episode 4 of the Immaterial Goomer's Fantasy Log. Wait, hold on. So, just reporting a bug with the the non-existent script. So we're just gonna remake this, and we're gonna go again. So we've been through 4 weeks of the LEC now, so it's time for episode 4 of the Immaterial Gamers Fantasy League. See, I can do it. So that cold open was just a little bit of week 4 match humour. Don't worry about it, it'll be explained later on in the rundown, but let's just move straight on to this week. So here's last week's leaderboard, and when you last saw it, Canadians were taking over the top of the leaderboard. We'll call it the leaderboard. But Stefan down at the bottom in the position that he wants to be in, which is a bit weird. So now that we've done that, now we look at the predictions, and we start with, as usual, D, who's, again, looking like picking up the teams that are starting to show themselves out from the top of the leaderboard as opposed to down below. Then we got Darius and Duncan. A lot of interesting choices. Darius is now getting on that XL hype train, and both of them believe that Rogue have the chops, the cojones, to beat G2. Then it's Martin and myself. And wildly differing predictions, though Martin had decided to go with an SK win over the Winged Ones. And then we look at Stefan and Terry, and it looks like Terry's coin flip idea has rubbed off on Steph. No longer is he taking over other people's sheets, he's just coin flip sweeps all the way down. So, without further ado, let's actually move on to the rundown. So, Game 1, Astralis versus Shalker. Now, after Shalker beating the top teams, could they get away with it again with one of the lower teams? Well, First Blood was promising, but then Astralis played the objective game with the Herald, as you do. Dragon ended up Shalker's way though, cleanly. Then some fighting happened, and Astralis got that first tower down at the bottom lane. Then they also picked up the Baron and kept Shalker away, and in fact, they couldn't even really get back into the game. Astralis got their second win of the tournament. Game 2, and it's XL versus Vitality. Now XL are just giving themselves a good chance this split for a change, but Vitality ended up with the first blood and also took themselves the good old winged beast of the mountain variety. XL did end up with the first Herald while a game of jungle hide and seek was going on, and top tower ended up the other side. Baron though picked up by XL, the enemy team not being able to get anywhere near it, and Vitality successfully got Inferno Soul at the cost of their Nexus, which in terms of trade-offs is not great. Not at all. XL got the win. Let's move on to game 3, shall we? G2 versus Misfits. The Samurais versus the Rabbits. And the Rabbits got themselves a nice taste of crocodile for the first blood. Herald, though, ended up G2's way, keeping Misfits away from it a little bit. Dragon did go Misfits' way, though, while this just pick happened on them. Tower, though, ended up G2's way. just turrets and heralds everywhere, and then the Baron picked up, even with a Jhin curtain call trying to disrupt stuff, and, well, G2 got a G2. Win for them. Game 4, Rogue versus Mad Lions. Now, Rogue needed to get themselves a good step up before facing G2 on the next day, and, well, First Blood helps things. Herald, though, ended up the way of the Mad Lions. Just like that. Dragon got taken by Rogue. Note at this point, the Mad Lions hadn't got a kill yet. Until... no. Tower did go, though. Baron ended up the way Rogue, and look, Mad Lions got 3 kills by the time it was taken down. Rogue got themselves yet another win, and a good confidence boost against G2 for Saturday. Last game of the day, SK versus Fnatic. First Blood did end up going to Fnatic while there was this Mountain Dragon fight, which they then proceeded to take. Herald, though, did go the way of SK while this top lane fight was happening. Well, ish. First tower, though, did go through Fnatic. Well, when you had 5 people down on the lane, it kind of happened. And Baron, though, ended up the way of Fnatic during a dragon fight, with a win going to the Stalwart. But that's Friday out of the way. Saturday, we have Vitality versus SK. What would happen here? Well, the first objective that was taken down was a Herald, which shows you how this was going to go. With a Dragon being taken down by Vitality, note that the kill score is, well, it's just the same. 0 wall, nothing happening. Finally, a First Blood happened, which went Vitality's way, but the tower, the bottom one, crumbled to SK while they were taking on the second Herald. Baron also went SK's way, as did the game. So, fun times. So, Saturday's second game was Misfits versus Astralis. Could the Rabbits recover from the thrashing by G2 yesterday? Well, First Blood showed that they could. Herald, also taken by them. And the Dragon. You know what I'm probably about to say here. Is it sweep time? I think it's sweep time. Because a tower went during a top fight. And look, that's a Baron going as well. Yeah, Misfits closed this out. It was a pretty decent sweep. Game 3 for Saturday was Shalker versus Mad Lions. And, well, this nice mid-fight gave the First Blood to Mad. The Dragon, good flaming one, also went to the Lions. Herald, though, was picked up by Shalker. It took 3 of them to do it, mind. Tower also went Shalker's way, but it was the bottom one that crumbled this time. And then Baron went Mad Lions' way. Before then, much later, and 25 kills to 10 up, went the Shalker Nexus. So, Saturday, Game 4, should have been XL versus Fnatic, but, well, a good 90% of a game happened. But a Samira ult going off while she was dead caused a chrono break, which then also broke. So there was only one decision left. Remake, reschedule, and resume. So that would actually happen after the week's match of the week. So let's move on to that about now. So yeah, Rogue versus G2 is now Game 4 instead of Game 5. And Rogue started off strong. We have a nice First Blood the bottom tower. They gave one away just a bit afterwards though. But the first dragon also went their way. And then G2 started to turn up the heat. They got themselves a herald, started getting themselves some kills, but also got themselves a first tower. And they also took the first Baron of the game. But this game went on and Rogue defended for a 50-minute game, but it eventually went the way of G2. Props to both teams because it was a pretty good one. Right, now let's bring on the actual last game of the day. We go back to XL versus Fnatic, and previously XL had took most of the points on this. But it changed around this time. Fnatic swept this game. One could have wondered if XL would have managed to do the comeback that it looked like they possibly had a chance of doing if it wasn't for the Samira bug. But when it came to the remake, just Fnatic were just ready, willing, able. Something had happened. But all's fair in Love and War and League of Legends. So let's bring up the leaderboard for week 4. So here are the standings for the week itself, and Steph managed to absolutely annihilate virtually everyone on that list, and you can see it in the week 4 leaderboards. Terry is now on top, but Steph is now tied for 4th. Martin has a little bit of catching up to do, but there's still, there's 15 points from first to worst, so anything can happen. We've still got half a regular season to go yet though, so we'll see you next week.